What's up, Sports Entertainment Network? It's your boy Mike Kiefer here, bringing you another episode in our new series about off-season questions, in which we delve into each position group and kind of go over whether or not we feel more comfortable about our teams this season going into it, as opposed to maybe ending last season or going into last season. So today I'm going over my team, the Dallas Cowboys, and we're going over the linebacker group, which is a group that has been pretty iffy, if you ask me. Besides the play of Sean Lee, which in most years is kind of half the season or less. Last year was amazing. He earned first team All Pro. But it's really hard to really pencil him in for 16 games this season and expect him to play every snap for the defense, which he alone caused our defense to be a top flight run stopping defense last year. It wasn't our defensive line, which they did their part in holding up their end of the bargain, sometimes in creating holes for him, but it wasn't those guys stopping the run. It was Sean Lee making some pretty athletic and freaky tackles last season. So, it's really hard to say 100% that he's going to be past his previous seasons, wherever he's had injury issues almost every year since he's been drafted. And then another guy, which y'all can see on screen, Jalen Smith is somebody who I don't know if we should expect him to be the starter going into the season. To be honest, I think it's going to be a rotation between him, Damian Wilson, Anthony Hitchens. And I might say that as of right now, going into training camp, Anthony Hitchens definitely has the leg up on everybody whenever it comes to producing on the field to have that starting spot next year. Because, yes, we're a 4-3, so yes, you're going to have three linebackers, and we want Jalen Smith to be our middle linebacker, but the majority of our defense is played in diamond nickel, which you only have two linebackers out there, which is going to be Sean Lee and somebody else, hopefully. Anthony Hitchens and Damian Wilson, they're guys who are a term that I've heard a long time ago. They're just the guys. They're nothing special, but they're going to get the job done for the most part. You're going to see them make more positive plays than I guess you're going to see them make horrendous plays. So, nothing to be excited about there if you have Anthony Hitchens and Damian Wilson having more snaps at the beginning of the season than Jalen Smith, because there's just too much optimism coming out of the front office that has not been warranted with on the field anything right now that has been shown to the public. As of right now, all we know is, according to the Jones family, he's going to be 100%. He's going to start week 1 against the Giants. He's going to be in OTAs 100%. But then whenever it came to rookie minicamp this past weekend, he was not able to participate. So, he was, but it was mostly the behind-the-scenes stuff of, going to meetings and kind of you run over there a little bit. You're not going to go one-on-one against nobody. So, if you're waiting to see something happen on the field, you're going to have to still wait and hope in OTAs that the nerve is really regenerated a lot and he doesn't have to go out there in a brace. If you see him have to go out there in a brace, which I don't know if they'll just make him wear a brace regardless for the rest of his career, or at least not the rest of his career, but until the nerve is 100% regenerated. So I see him playing at least this year with the brace regardless of what they're saying. You know, I mean, it's a really risky injury. Nothing you want to. It's something that's kind of unprecedented. I've never really heard of a player having to have his nerves regenerate to be able to come back. So that's some pretty scary stuff. I'm really fucking hoping that Jalen can play and be the man that we all thought he was going into last season's draft, which was obviously a top 5 pick, which was a guy who the Cowboys could have picked instead of Zeke. If they were thinking defense last year, which, I mean, you had your pick at Jalen Ramsey, which has turned out to be, as of right now, it was the right thing to do to pick Zeke. We'll revisit it in 5 years. You have to, because I guess if Jalen Ramsey has 10 years of success and Zeke is only a one contract guy with us, which one would you have rather had? So we'll have that talk in 10 years, but as of right now, and I'm pretty sure all of Cowboys Nation, we're pretty fucking happy that we picked Zeke. I mean, the boy's a freak. No pun intended. That was lame. Um, the Cowboys linebacking group, it really hinges on injuries. You have two guys who are, I mean, us fans, we want to see Sean Lee and Jalen Smith out there every snap this whole season. And if we don't, some Cowboys fans are going to be disappointed. I think you need to expect to be disappointed. I don't think that they're going to rush Jalen Smith at all out there. So if he's 85%, I still don't see him starting. If he's 80%, I don't see him starting. So he might get a rotation spot, but Cowboys are going to keep pumping the brakes on Jalen here because he's a guy who has a lot of potential and could be an all-pro, but, you know, if his knee is not right, he's not going to be able to get to his full potential, obviously. So we don't want to RG3 him like how Washington did with Robert Griffin and rush him back and destroy his whole career. So wait, be patient, and we will be rewarded, I guarantee you, Cowboys fans. So this has been another episode of Off-Season Questions. It's your boy Mike Kiefer here.